Hello, Mr. Fusion here. Lance, whatever, you can call me whatever you like, I don't care. And I am here today with the amazing, the legend, the Emperor Big D himself, Geekdom101.
You and her in the same room, and you're calling me a legend?
Well, I gotta introduce you one at a time.
It's very humble. It's very thank you. Thank you. Yes, when you told me we were going to come and try out Coke, I thought you were setting me up for a Brian De Palma retelling, but no, this is not what I had in mind, but I'm excited.
Must have been very disappointing for you.
Very disappointing. But you're here. I'm in between two lovely people, and that's always a good thing.
And would you introduce the legend to your left then?
No, you got to do it. It's your channel.
Wow, he won't even introduce her. Wow, this is off to a great start.
You do it.
Okay, equally as legendary as Maria, MsDBZbabe.
Hello.
With her plushie Vegeta. We're not here to talk about Dragon Ball today, even though we are decked out in lots of Dragon Ball accoutrements.
Even though that's what we're known for.
We're
talking about Coke.
We're talking about Coke.
Dragon Ball Super gets us hooked on Coke. Don't cut this out.
Thank you for spoiling. It's all out here. Anyway, what brings me here today is because I wanted to share this little piece of history. It's called New Coke. It's called New Coke, and it's not really new anymore. In case you guys don't know, back in 1985, Coca-Cola Company was afraid that Pepsi was about to start kicking its butt. So they decided the best way to compete against that was to just completely replace Coke with a new version of it.
Hi, we're New Edition, and we're here to introduce the great new taste of Coca-Cola, the taste of today.
It didn't go well.
No, it did. It's like One Punch Man Season 2. It didn't go well.
It lasted for the summer of '85, and there were riots in the streets, and 40 years of darkness, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Thank you. And so in order to combat that, they did not admit defeat. They brought back regular Coke, now calling it Coca-Cola Classic.
Well, we read and we listened, and you know the rest. They're both yours, the new taste of Coke and Coca-Cola Classic.
So if you guys grew up and you saw a Classic on the Coke label for all this, until 2009 actually.
I didn't even know. I thought they still had Classic on the label.
No, yeah, they cut it out 10 years ago. But yeah, it was there for about 24 years because they still had to, had to remind people. And I don't know, actually the weird thing is you would think that this New Coke's been gone for 34 years, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't actually.
No, it came back like twice, right?
Oh yeah, right? Actually first it didn't go away. It's like, they brought back Coca-Cola Classic, but this was still just Coke. So they were selling Coke, Diet Coke, and Coca-Cola Classic as three different things. And they even had like commercials for a while, been like going, well, I like Coke, well, I like Coca-Cola Classic.
The trick, my friend, is to think young.
Coke? You mean you don't drink Coca-Cola Classic?
Us kids like Coke. It's light, smooth, it's the latest.
Coke and Coca-Cola Classic, America's real choice.
Yeah, but now we can go to a movie theater or Firehouse Subs and see that machine that has all the different shot choices. Mm-hmm. It's a bit more confusing now. Yeah, I'll have a Diet Coke extra grape, and they'll do it for you. It's pretty cool.
And they tried, bless their hearts. Like they even got Max Headroom to do commercials for Coke.
So New Coke is catching on. The taste is better and newer than. You said the P word.
You guys know
80s legend Max Headroom.
Yeah, if you guys see Back to the Future Part 2 where it has the robot Reagan waiter and the Michael Jackson waiter, that was based off Max Headroom. I'm not really sure how long it was on the market that way, but they brought it back in 1992 and called it Coke 2.
I didn't even know that.
I
never knew that. That was around back then.
I've never seen any of this. I never saw it. But yeah, they sold Coke 2. They sold Coke 2 until 2002.
I've never seen Coke 2 ever. I remember Pepsi Blue and Pepsi One and all that kind of stuff. I have no memory of Coke 2. What are they thinking?
So I'm not here to promote anything, but
it's not a paid video. They're not paying you for this.
No, God no. But yeah, New Coke is back for a limited time because of Stranger Things. Because season 3 of Stranger Things takes place in '85, so they decided to be a good marketing tie-in to bring back New Coke. They even had the actors film a New Coke commercial.
Coca-Cola is it.
So yeah, if you see this on here, it has the Stranger Things marketing label going on here. I actually had to buy the collectible Stranger Things Coke bottles, like Coke and Coke Zero. in order to get 2 cans of this each. I spent $40 on 2 cases of this to get 4 cans.
Yes, I have not seen that in any store ever. I have not even in the gimmick machine in the movie theater and the Firehouse Subs and Five Guys. I haven't seen any new Coke at all in a store. I've seen it, like you said, online. Never in a store in the past couple weeks. What? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been. I don't know.
I have not seen it.
So I decided to share this can. I guess this technically $10 can of soda.
I need Coke to get through Dragon Ball Super. So thanks.
So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna pour us all some new Coke, and we're going to see what this stuff is like. Oh my god, I'm actually opening this.
You already live. Well, this is not live. This is
I have not tasted any of my cans yet. This is all new for me too.
I've never tried new Coke in my life.
The aroma. This is supposed to compete with Pepsi, so people say that it tastes like a bit like Pepsi or.
All I know is Hale Zeon told me Coke helped him get through Dragon Ball Super.
Supposed to be
So
sweeter.
this is dedicated to Hale Zeon. Wait, did I taste too soon?
No, it's fine.
You know what it tastes like?
What's that?
It's not terrible. It tastes like in 2007 when the Simpsons movie was in theaters and they put out Buzz Cola in the 7-Elevens for a limited time. I bought a 6-pack. It tastes just like that.
I am amazed you had that specific recollection you pulled out right there. Oh my god.
Yep. And I'm an idiot because I should have saved it because it's probably worth money now. Do you hate it?
No, I actually...
It's not bad. It's actually... Can I have more?
A little bit more, but we have the taste test coming up. This is the only can I brought with me. So.
It's not bad.
I can't tell. It honestly just tastes like...
We haven't got there yet. It's later.
Yeah, just...
No, but I'm comparing it what I see.
She can give her thoughts.
But we haven't done Mario Castañeda Coke yet.
We'll save that. Okay, what does it taste like?
Anything different. Like, it's just Coke.
Yeah, it doesn't really taste
Maybe
that much.
less
Less kind of like Pepsi.
It doesn't taste like Pepsi. I don't think it does.
No, it still tastes just regular Coke.
It doesn't taste that different, honestly. But it's
It's
not
gonna be
bad.
hard.
I was expecting it to be terrible.
Hope to God they didn't give me the wrong can. But
I
just give me a can of regular Coke and put a different label on it.
I'm the one who says...
Malibu Stacy has a new hat. They're trying to pull that on you.
It really doesn't taste all that different, honestly.
Two Simpsons references in one video.
And it's like, conspiracy theorists say this is all part of Coke's plan to put this out so that people would really want old Coke back. And once they brought back Coca-Cola Classic, their sales went back up again. They never had to worry about Pepsi ever again.
But old Coke is not gone. It's still there now in this era. This is all for Stranger Things.
Yeah, I meant like in '85 when they first put it out.
Right. Oh, here we go. You should have brought more. You have more.
Yeah, they're at home. I have 3 more cans at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste like this.
Not. I expected it to taste terrible, and it wasn't. Remember how it was horrible?
No, I expected it to be really, really different, but I don't know. Huh.
You were expecting for it to be bad so you could trash it and make a whole...
No, I just wanted to be part of this history. So anyway, we tasted it, and
it's not terrible.
But as you can see, we have all these other things here that are clearly not new Coke. Well, what I wanted to do today, aside from just tasting new Coke, was, because part of the reason they ended up doing this in the first place was because back then Pepsi had this thing called the Pepsi Challenge, where they would, they get people to taste Coke and then taste Pepsi and say which one they prefer, and apparently people preferred Pepsi. The idea was that it's like people like the sweeter taste of Pepsi in small doses, so when you had little tiny cups, and you taste it, people would say, oh yeah, this is great, it's really, there's a kick to it. Alright, so we're going to do our own ultimate new Coke challenge here with all these different varieties. Maria and I are going to compete against each other, and we're going to have 5 different rounds, which Danny's going to judge for us here.
Yes.
So we're going to do what's it's now called Coca-Cola Original Taste, but what was known as Coca-Cola Classic versus New Coke.
The original.
Just to see what's better. We're going to do Coke versus Pepsi. Because that was the original Pepsi challenge, obviously.
Right.
We're going to do New Coke versus Pepsi because that's what it was trying to compete with. We're going to do New Coke versus Diet Coke because what I've also heard is that New Coke was basically supposed to be the same formula as Diet Coke, only with sugar instead of aspartame. And then finally, just because I'm doing all this stuff already, might as well, I also got a bottle of Mexican Coke.
For the Mexican.
I'm not Mexican.
She's not Mexican. About Mexican Coke because it's still made with cane sugar. Now, another conspiracy theory about New Coke was that actually by 85, most of the bottlers had already switched to high fructose corn syrup. There were still some that used sugar, but once they switched over to New Coke, they went all in on
Which is sugar.
HFCS.
It's just laboratory sugar.
It's not cane sugar.
Yeah, it's lab sugar, which is worse for you, supposedly.
So once they brought back Coca-Cola Classic, it was entirely HFCS from that point. People were like, oh, it's not the same Coke anymore. And in some cases, that actually might have been true. So I was going to compare Mexican Coke with the Coca-Cola Classic, and we'll see which one is better. So what we're going to do is we're going to taste both of them for each of these, blind taste test. We're going to say which one we prefer, and then we're going to try to guess what we're having in each cup.
And we'll keep track of that.
Yeah, and then once we're done, Danny will tell us who the winner is and what it is we actually prefer.
Who's the winner?
Yeah, like who made the most correct guesses.
I got you. Okay.
All right.
Who drank the most Coke?
So we're going to do that right now.
And silence?
Action.
Okay.
Here.
Here we go.
Sorry, put it down. Danny, shut up.
We don't need background noises. Danny, shh. Okay. Here's the first one, A. Which doesn't taste very good. Well, yeah, no. B. A lot sweeter. So, I think this is Diet Coke. And I'm going to say... So wait, let me double check. Diet, and this is the new Coke. New Coca-Cola.
And then you're choosing B?
For better, yeah.
Okay.
His diet's bleh. I felt like Diet. Alright, round 2. Letter A. Tastes pretty much regular Coke. And B. I'm gonna go A Coke, B new Coke.
And what's your preference?
Regular Coke. And here's A. I have no idea. This is already hard. It's all mixing and blending in. Okay, B. Oh boy. Let's go back to A. Shoot. I'm gonna say Pepsi is A, and B, new Coke.
Which one do you like more?
I'll say new Coke. I don't like anything that's Pepsi related. Letter A. Coke, Pepsi, I'm not sure. Hold on. B. I think. Hold on. I'm gonna say Coke and Mexican Cola.
What's your choice?
Regular Coke. Always regular Coke. Alright, last round. And here is A. It tastes very good. B. Tastes good. But I have no idea what is what.
You said A doesn't taste good?
I'm just gonna pretend it's Pepsi, and this is Coke, and B is Coke. Because I don't know if it's right. I'm pretty sure I got these all wrong.
All right, so she chose A, and thinks A is.
Pepsi, right?
Wait! You chose Pepsi?
No.
You chose.
You chose B.
No, I chose B, but I'm
Sorry.
just saying A is Pepsi
Sorry, I
and
said
then
no.
B
You
is
chose B.
Coke.
Okay.
But I tasted so many different Cokes, and Pepsi probably tastes like Coke to me.
Okay, she chose B. A is Pepsi.
I don't
B
know
is
what
Coke.
I think I screwed everything up. Don't hate me.
I got it.
All right, and cut.
I got everything wrong.
All right, so this is A. Doesn't smell like diet. I can smell diet a mile away.
Well, that's gonna make it easy for you to win.
I lost.
This is slightly sweeter. So it's either Pepsi or New Coke. So let me try another one. Both taste kind of sweet. I think this is. I think. I'm gonna hold this up there. Oh, wait a second.
It's tough.
I knew, maybe. I want to say this is Pepsi. The B is Pepsi.
Is that your final answer?
Pretty sure that's Pepsi. I choose A. I'm going to say A is Coke Classic, and B is Pepsi.
Okay.
All right, let's give A a whirl. Looks kind of diet, but I'm not sure. Doesn't taste diet, though. I kind of wish I'd figure out something like a palate cleanser, because it does start to kind of run together after a while. I don't know what this is. This is weird. Don't quite recognize B. B seems kind of foreign. I choose B. A is Diet Coke. B is New Coke. All right. Let's start with A again. I find this somewhat pleasing. Oh, dang it.
You think you messed up earlier?
I definitely messed up earlier.
Interesting.
This is B is definitely Diet Coke. B is Diet Coke, A is New Coke. I choose A. Okay. It's weird. The bubbles are really small in A. The bubbles really big in B. I wonder if that signifies anything.
I don't know. I never even thought about that.
I can definitely see they're talking about these taste tests, because when you drink them side by side, all of a sudden, pretty sure this is classic Coke.
Which one?
I think B is classic, because suddenly it tastes less sweet after all this other stuff I've been drinking. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm actually going to choose A in the test. I think A is New Coke, and I think B is Coca-Cola Classic.
And you think A is better?
Yeah, I actually do at the moment. You gave me a lot of this one.
My bad.
That's fine. I think I like B slightly better. I think B is Mexican Coke and A is Coke Classic. Coke corn syrup.
You know, you've kind of put over other sodas above regular Coke on this.
I know. I have to call it as I see it, and not as what I not as what I'm guessing it is. Okay, well that's it then. All right, so Maria and I have done our taste test, and Danny has tabulated the results, and now it's time to find out how badly we did and what our favorites were.
All right, how do you want me to explain it? Just how well we would just talk about.
First, just add up the points. Like who has the highest number of correct guesses?
You did win.
Oh, really?
You won. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I
You got
figured.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct, 3 wrong.
I got.
That is so good.
Oh wow!
And Maria got 1, 2, 3, 4 right, and the rest wrong.
4 out of 7. Oh man.
No, not 4 out of 7.
4 out of 10.
Wait, you had 10. Wait, you said 10,
even got
right?
that. No, you even got that wrong. There's 10 total, and you got 4
There
right.
are 10 total.
No, I meant
Math was
I
not
meant how many.
Don't
we
go to
got
college
right.
for math or tasting sodas.
Okay, sorry. What do you ask?
Delete this. Wait, how many did you get right?
I got 7 out of 10, and you got
4 out of 10.
Four.
Yeah, so I was gonna go 4 versus.
Four
You said
versus
4 out of 7. That's wrong.
I meant 4 versus 7. Whatever.
Yes. And actually, New Coke performed well with Maria,
Yeah.
and better, I would say, than regular Coke. Maria pretty much chose New Coke and Coke on all of her options.
So she
regular
did. Yeah,
Coke.
she did say she didn't like Pepsi.
And you did
and
not.
neither of us likes Diet Coke. So.
And
No,
neither
I
of you
don't
guys
like that.
picked Pepsi. New Coke, Coke, New Coke, New Coke, and Mexican Coke. So you picked Mexican Coke.
Okay, so I thought Diet Coke was what I thought was Diet Coke was Pepsi that first time.
Yes,
Oh
that's
my
correct.
God.
No, it was Pepsi. Yeah.
It literally just tasted all the same. That's why I got
In
this all wrong.
fact, you said that Pepsi was Diet in number 2, but it was actually Pepsi.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yep. And Coke is it was New Coke. You said it was New Coke, was actually regular Coke. So I have it all written down here. All of this is written down right here.
Okay.
Right here. It's all written down here.
Let's see.
It's written down here.
Thank you for. He drew a penis on the paper just now. And I'm keeping that in. I'm not going to re-record that. He drew a penis on the paper.
Look, here's the cock right there. Demonetized.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
So let's see. What stuff did Maria get wrong?
Everything.
Let's see. She got the. Okay, you thought that Mexican Coke was Pepsi.
Oh my god. I've never had Mexican Coke before.
And you're Mexican, right?
I'm not
And
Mexican.
you thought that Coke Classic was New Coke.
Yeah, you guys mixed them up. Well, she mixed them up twice, actually. You mixed them up,
Wait,
I think, one.
Oh yeah. You thought that New Coke was Classic Coke. You thought that Classic Coke was New Coke.
You mixed them up. Yeah.
Maybe in my
mixed them up
brain I
once.
meant to not mix them, but oh well. Who's that?
So let's see. For Maria, New Coke beat Diet Coke. Coke beat Pepsi. That makes sense. Regular Coke, fructose, corn syrup Coke beat Mexican Coke or sugar Coke. New Coke beat Pepsi, which is good, and Coke beat New Coke.
I failed the test. I knew it was
And
going
then
to
for
fail.
me, let's see. I chose New Coke over Pepsi. I chose Coke over Pepsi.
You chose New Coke over Diet. You chose New Coke over Coke. And you chose Mex over regular Coke. So you chose New Coke 3 times, which means that you are a fan of this product.
Apparently, I am.
You did good, Coke.
Yeah. Why did you discontinue this? This is great. I want more of this. Come on. I only have 3 more cans left, and then I'm never get to have it again.
If this is the same exact formula they used in '85 or whatever, I don't see why it was taken off the shelves. There's way worse sodas than this.
It was really more of a, I think it was more of a psychological reaction because like people like when they tested it, it tested really well. It was only when people were told, oh, you can't have old Coke anymore. They're like, oh, we hate this stuff.
If only George Lucas listened like Coke did.
Exactly.
If only they listened to us. Yeah. Boycott the Star Wars Blu-rays. That's the first video I ever saw from you. It wasn't even Dragon Ball dissection. It was boycott the Star Wars
It's almost
Blu-ray.
8 years old.
Do they actually drink New Cola in the series you said, the new one coming out?
I'm pretty sure they're going to.
Maybe it wasn't back then. A bit popular.
Well, it is back. That high gun.
Well,
I mean,
but
that's not a can from '85.
No, I know, but it's gonna air. Season 3 didn't air yet, so once it
She thought you
airs,
kept this in a
No,
box
no.
somewhere. For,
once it airs,
30,
it's gonna be
40
popular
years.
again, and maybe they'll resell it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Come on.
I mean, they're already selling a whole bunch of merch. They have like T-shirts and sweatshirts with like New Coke branding on it. And it's funny, because like New Coke isn't like the official name. It was just going to be called Coke, and they put New on it to say it was a new flavor. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. And,
it was good. It was a good time.
It was not exactly what I expected it would be, and I really figured New Coke would be a lot different.
You thought it would taste like crap, essentially. I thought so too.
Well, I didn't think it would taste like crap. I thought it would taste like really over the top sweet, And maybe if I drink an entire can at once, it'll be different. And if I do, I'll record like an addendum to this to say, hey, you know what? A whole can of New Coke it's like Diet Coke. I can't stand it. I don't know.
Or maybe you'll say, this is the greatest thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Yeah. All right. Hello again, everybody. I just wanted to film this quick little thing at the end here, this addendum, if you will, because that was filmed on June 25th. This is now July 18th. And now I've had time to sample a bit more of New Coke. I sat down tonight, finally, with a full can of New Coke, full can of Coca-Cola Classic, and a full can of Pepsi, just to get a better idea of what it all tasted like, because that was all, small quantities, blind taste test. Wanted some more time to really sort of, for lack of a better term, ferment my opinions. And I am shocked. I am really, really shocked, because the more I drink this, the more I like it. I thought that maybe, and I said this back then, I believe, that those taste tests, the theory was that they were in small doses, and sweeter things would be good in small doses, but in regular drinking doses it wouldn't be the same. This is really good, and I can definitely tell a difference now, unlike our first taste back then. Trying to think how to describe it best, though. I've always preferred Coca-Cola to Pepsi, always. And Diet is terrible. Both Maria and I agreed with that. And neither of us care. Well, she doesn't care for Pepsi at all. I don't dislike Pepsi, but I don't prefer it over Coke. I never have. And it honestly surprised me when people told me that it was supposed to be sweeter than Coke, because it's always tasted kind of watered down to me. It just has a sort of watery taste to it. Coca-Cola has a lot more kick to it. But occasionally, depending on the temperature or the specific bottler, I don't know, or just what kind of mood I'm in, sometimes it could be a little too punchy. Like it's just a bit spicier, a bit just, I don't know, just sometimes just gets me right here, and just it doesn't work right very occasionally. And New Coke, it kind of marries the best of the two. I'm not gonna lie. Like it has the fuller taste of Coke compared to Pepsi, but it has kind of a rounder flavor to Pepsi rather than the kick that Coca-Cola has. So it marries the best attributes of both of them while getting rid of the least positive aspects of both of them. So as of this moment, I actually prefer this to both of them. I mean, I know the taste test said that back then that you just saw, but this really clinches it for me, and I am becoming more and more convinced that it really was just this fear of change that caused people to have such a big backlash to this. And I am really disappointed because this is still just a limited thing and it's gonna go away, and I really just want to keep buying this and drinking this. I don't even drink that much soda anymore, honestly. I bought all this Coke and Pepsi and Diet Coke and all this stuff just for the purpose of doing this video, because I mostly just drink water now. I was a big Coke drinker as a kid, but I don't drink much soda anymore. But I would totally buy this. This is really, really good, and no one is more surprised than me. But I just needed to film that, and I'm gonna drink some more of this. So okay, before I do that, thank you, Maria. Thank you, Danny. Thanks for letting us film in your house, Danny, and for consenting to be on camera for this video, because I know you don't typically get on camera for your videos. So thanks for joining me for this wonderful trip down Coca-Cola Lane, and for being my guinea pigs and for competing and trying this stuff out with me and sharing this experience. This was a lot of fun and not at all what I expected it to be. That's good stuff. All right, see you guys later. Bye.